All right, topic number 1.
Numero uno.
The Rocky Steps.
Okay, so if anyone isn't familiar, Seb Toots with Redbull hit rails set up on the Philadelphia Art Museum or Art Gallery, where basically the steps that Sylvester Stallone runs up in Rocky, and that's been imitated in numerous other ones. Now, if you know those steps, you know that there is no handrail on those.
There is not.
So they actually transported in 2 rails, not
they
one.
They built them and then transported them in.
Yes. So to fit the staircase, which I thought it was, and let me tell you, the rails were not that high up, and the lips were kind of big. And they did a whole parody thing. They had Pat Bridges come in and basically play Mickey, which, I mean, Pat's pretty good for playing Mickey. I mean, you know, he's probably going to die soon like Burgess Meredith with his diet and chain smoking.
Yeah.
But, so they brought him in. They hit I don't know, I watched it today. The concept was good. I love the idea of the concept. It was good. Like, you know, they did a whole training montage, and they had Seb hooked up to a winch and being, like, yanked around and trying to outrun it, and standing on a bunch of rocks, jumping around, trying to do different 270s and whatnot. Like, parody-wise, it could have been better, but it was funny to see. But implementation-wise, it's like, you built a fucking rail for a stair set for your video part ender, like you were trying to play off at the start of your video, and the rail wasn't that sketchy, and you didn't even make it.
No, you didn't make it.
It
wasn't a make.
And I mean, 50-50.
The only thing I saw was on Instagram. That's what I'm scrolling through here. I was looking for a specific comment from Max Worthington. I don't know if I'm going to find it, and it may have been deleted, honestly, because it was not in favor of the whole project. But so I didn't even know there was an actual whole project behind this. I literally thought it was just to hit a rail on the steps. I didn't know they did the whole like parody montage to it. That's actually news to me.
Oh, okay. But that's what I saw.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense as far as what the project was, and that makes me feel a little bit better about it. But like the rail itself, you had a little patch of snow on the middle flat deck in case you came off early. Like, when the fuck does an urban dude ever do that? Never.
Well,
you didn't.
They had 2 rails, so like he would come off, and I was like, why didn't you just make it one giant fucking rail? That was my thing. Like, why did he have to come off? And he looked like he was struggling to 50-50 that.
Yeah.
Which is so weird because it was not like
it's not a gnarly rail.
Lengthwise, it's gnarly.
Yeah.
Because you've got so many kinks in there, but the rail itself was like low consequence.
Yeah, low consequence. Like, it was just on stairs, which sure, it fucking sucks to fall on stairs, don't get me wrong. But you had basically park lips.
Yeah,
this was
perfect.
This was a park rail.
Yeah.
This was not a street. Like,
it was a medium flat too.
Right, the only thing that really made this a street rail was the fact that it was on concrete steps.
Yeah.
Outside of that, that was a park rail. You didn't, like, Seb didn't build his own lips. The lips were literally, we're talking inches.
They were squared perfect,
Yeah, they were square perfect, and they were literally inches below the rail. There wasn't, like, hardly any ollie on for it.
No.
Like, they literally made that as easy as fucking possible, and then he didn't even make it.
No, because, like, when they show at the end of the parody video, they show him from the side, and you see he kind of looks like he comes up, but when they showed it straight on, you see that he missed, like, the last 4 or 5 feet of the rail.
Yeah.
And, you know, I get what you're going for. It's Red Bull, so they're trying to psych out the regular masses.
Right.
But sitting here as a snowboarder with friends that do ride urban rails for a living, it's sad. And we actually had a lot of people when I put up some stuff on social media about what they wanted us to cover. It was a lot of people that really wanted us to cover this topic. So I know my boy Connor Merrill really wanted me to talk about it, and just about everyone, like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everyone was just sending messages like, or leaving comments about, just cover the sub rail and see what we think about it. I mean, I love the concept of it. What I don't love is the fact that it's by Red Bull, who's got enough money to rent those steps for that, to fill out the paperwork, to film it, to get the permits, to do everything. Like, if you and I wanted to do this,
we'd have no fucking chance.
No chance. Like, you just no way to do it. You know, it's
absolutely,
like, and as Red Bull moves further and further from being an energy drink company to a media company, Which makes sense because I have a feeling the FDA is going to come down hard when they find out that energy drinks cause kidney disease and heart disease.
Yeah, once the loophole that energy drinks fall into of being considered a supplement instead of a beverage, once that gets closed up, if it ever does get closed up, then every single energy drink is in for a shitstorm.
Yeah. I think energy drinks are like smoking in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, like you ever watch old Larry King interviews and everyone's just Larry King's just chain smoking right there. Like you watch the original Ghostbusters and they show Larry King and he's like, these Ghostbuster guys, and he's just fucking smoking away. And, you know, now you don't see people smoking on air and you don't see all that. No. It's energy drinks. That's what I think it is. Mm-hmm. And, you know, great, take their frickin' money. But, you know, I can never endorse that shit because it's just going to kill you faster.
Yeah. And literally, like, the other thing is because it technically falls into the loophole of being called a supplement, they don't actually have to tell you what's in it. By the way, they don't actually have to tell you what's in it.
Well, they do. They do have all the ingredients on the can, though.
Well, they say they do, but, like, just like a supplement. Like, there were 2 mountain bikers that just recently got popped for steroids because they were taking a supplement that may or may not have contained an illicit substance. And the thing is when it comes to supplements like that, what the brand that makes it, all they have to do is say it's a proprietary blend, and then the FDA cannot force them to release what's in it.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like the whole Pepsi not having to give away their recipe.
Something similar, yeah.
Yeah.
But, well, I'm not going to be able to find it because there's like over 1,000 comments on this video, and again, like I said, it was not exactly positive, so Max's comment probably got deleted, and it may not have been on Sebs, it was on something I saw, but Max Warmington, rad dude, good snowboarder, basically called out the whole thing and basically said this was a giant waste of money, good job Red Bull, and then followed it up by a comment saying, also, not a make.
Yeah.
Which basically was kind of my entire opinion on the whole thing. Like, just kind of a waste of money. Like,
I think it would have been funnier instead of having Pat Bridges. In all honesty, it would have been funnier if they had had Stan.
Yeah.
Because Stan is just like a fucking little gargoyle.
Yeah.
Like he just looks haggard, and it would have been funnier. But plus, I think he's funnier than Bridges would have been. Bridges just was more like, oh, you're giving me a check, okay.
Yeah. And the other thing is like, you know, like I just discovered that this was an entire parody and not just him hitting the Rocky steps. And in the Instagram drop, it probably would have been received a lot better had you interspliced some of the parody into the Instagram video. Because the Instagram video I saw was literally just Seb hitting the rail.
Yeah, no, it was like the 3 clips of him hitting it.
Right.
Like they did
and like, you know, some bail a couple times, whatever, and then finally get the make, and that was the entire Instagram video. And it wasn't received well. It really wasn't. Most of the comments I saw when it first hit were not positive.
No,
everybody was calling him out for it.
Well, one of the other big ones was they were calling him out for not wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
So I snowboarded with a helmet. You snowboarded with a helmet.
Yep.
I snowboarded with a helmet because I fucking had too many head injuries. Like I'm gonna be retarded when I get older. I'm gonna have Alzheimer's. I've already come to terms with it, but I get it. Like, you know, we're in this age where you need to be doing this. I'm like, that's fine. If he doesn't want to wear a helmet, he's a grown ass man. That's his choice. I have no problem with that. Some kid goes out and tries to
go watch a street video. Like,
some people wear helmets, some people don't.
Most of them don't.
Jed wore a helmet.
Yeah.
Sometimes he didn't. You know, there's different guys.
He's one of the exceptions. Most of them don't wear helmets. Like, that's just the nature of it. I mean, you don't see skaters wearing helmets out in the street all that often either. It's the same thing. Like,
no, except they're going to probably in the next 5 to 10 years see a lot more skaters with CTE.
Yeah,
but
for sure. But
the day that study comes out and I can be a part of it, I'm signing up. Be like, snowboarders with CTE, sign me up. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. You were right, though. It just seems like the reaction wasn't what they were going for.
And, like, did it correlate to anything?
I think that they were going to do it, use that rail as like a finisher for some urban part he was working on. I think that's what it was supposed to be. But he's hit gnarlier rails.
Yeah, like it just kind of came out of nowhere. And even now knowing that it's got that, it has the actual Rocky parody to it, I was just kind of like, I just feel so random. Like, that's not attached to anything. It's not relevant. It's not like there's a Rocky movie coming out.
No,
like,
I don't think he was doing it for his Real Street part, was he, for the X Games?
I wouldn't imagine so.
Which, who knows? Did they even do Real Street this year for X Games?
I don't know.
I feel like they didn't. Instead, they just did the knuckle huck.
Maybe, which was dope.
Which was probably awesome. The best thing about X Games. Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I just watched the clips.
This is the only year they're going to be able to do it. because Marcus is going to be healthy next year, and no one's going to beat Marcus at knuckle huck.
There were some good variations in there.
Sure, but like Marcus fucking invented that shit.
Yeah, invented
Basic.
Other
Well,
people
I mean,
have been doing it, but he perfected it. That's for sure.
I mean, he started doing crazier shit on knuckles than anybody has ever seen before.
Yeah,
like if he gets half of what he can do, then he's going to win knuckle huck. But anyways, yeah, Seb rail not received well. I think Redbull kind of screwed that one up.
It's okay. They'll throw money at something
I don't
else.
know. Seb's a fucking athlete. I think that's my opinion on Seb too. He's just a fucking athlete.
Whole generation of them out there now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go look for another topic.
Topic number 2.